versus Somers. The defendant and the victim were in a romantic relationship. The defendant broke into the house of the victim and assaulted her. In the second incident, he tried to escape when police arrived but was later captured. In his trial, he claimed involuntary intoxication as defense and provided evidence of his bipolar disorder. United States of America versus Nixon. Nixon pleaded guilty to one count of being a felon in possession of firearm, and while incarcerated and awaiting sentencing, he committed several acts of violence. Bipolar disorder, as defined by the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorder, is a mental health condition characterized by extreme mood swings, including manic episodes with high energy, impulsivity, and risky behavior, and depressive episodes with sadness, fatigue, and suicidal thoughts. These are three main types: bipolar 1, bipolar 2, and cyclothymic disorder, each varying degrees of severity. Bipolar disorder is a complex mental health condition that affects moods, energy level, and daily functioning. It comes in different forms, each with its own challenges. Bipolar 1. This is the most recognized form, involving intense manic episodes that may require hospitalization. People with bipolar 1 also experience major depressive episodes at different points in life. Bipolar 2 disorder, often misunderstood as milder. Bipolar 2 involves at least one major depressive episode and one hypomanic episode, a less extreme version of mania. However, because of depression dominates the condition, it can be just as disruptive to daily life as bipolar 1. Cyclothymic disorder, a long-term pattern, at least 2 years in adults, 1 year in children, of mood fluctuations that don't fully meet the criteria for mania or major depression. It's less severe but still affects relationships, work, and well. What happens in manic episodes? During mania, a person experiences an intense urge of energy, confidence, and impulsivity that lasts at least a week. This period can cause significant problems in daily life, relationships, and work. Common symptoms include feeling invincible, grandiosity, inflated self-esteem, little need for sleep, non-stop talking or racing thoughts, easily distracted by minor details, risky behavior, reckless speeding, unprotected sex, dangerous activities. In severe cases, mania can lead to psychotic symptoms, hallucinations, delusions, and may require hospitalization. What happens in major depressive episodes? Depressive episodes are the opposite of mania, lasting at least 2 weeks and causing overwhelming sadness, exhaustion, and a loss of interest in life. Common symptoms include feeling hopeless, empty, or tearful nearly every day, losing interest in things once enjoyed, extreme changes in appetite, constant fatigue or sleeping too much or too little, trouble concentrating or making decisions, thoughts of death or suicide. Depressive episodes can be just as dangerous as manic episode, leading to self-harm, suicidal thoughts, or substance. In the bio are 3 links. The first video is an example of an interview with a person who would have this disorder. It demonstrates some of the triggers, thoughts, feelings, and responses linked with elevated mood. Note that this video is a scripted video depicting how a person is affected. There is another video with a person who has bipolar disorder. Then there is a third video which is a psychiatric interview of a person with bipolar disorder in Manic. There is a study conducted by National Library of Medicine in which they observed that criminal behavior in bipolar disorder may be related to substance use disorders, personality disorders, or other comorbidities potentially related to impulsivity. They investigated relationship amongst impulsivity, antisocial personality disorder or borderline personality disorder symptoms, substance use disorder, course of illness and history of criminal behavior in bipolar disorder. In another paper by Psychiatric Services, they conducted a study to understand the individuals with bipolar disorder and their relationship with the criminal justice system. Their study suggested that poor outcomes include a high frequency of criminal acts, imprisonments, and repeated offenses. This critical review of the international literature examined several aspects of the complex relationship between individuals with bipolar disorder and criminal justice system, risk factors for criminal acts, features of bipolar patients, incarceration, and their post-release trajectories. In another paper called Bipolar Disorder, the Highs and the Lows, explains the disorder and its factors in detail with examples, and also explains the correlation between bipolar disorder and the criminal justice system. The links are all marked in the Now let's discuss the prevention and intervention strategies. Recognizing the signs early can save lives. Many people with bipolar disorder go undiagnosed or are mistaken for only having depression, especially with bipolar 2. With the right medication, therapy, and lifestyle support, individuals can manage their symptoms and reduce the risks like substance abuse, impulsive crime, or self-harm. How to identify early warning signs in adolescence or young adulthood. It is such as extreme mood fluctuations, erratic behavior, and difficulty maintaining stability can lead to timely intervention through mood stabilizers, psychotherapy, and lifestyle adjustments. Proper early diagnosis not only improves individuals' outcomes but also reduces the risk of criminal behavior by addressing their impulsivity and mood dysregulation before they turn into serious crimes. Mood stabilizers help regulate extreme mood swings. Therapy like CBT, DBT, psychoeducation teaches coping strategies and emotional regulation. Community support groups and case managers, such individuals and groups, reduces isolation and promotes long-term stability. Crisis intervention team and law enforcement training, they play a big role here. Special police units trained in mental health crisis de-escalate situations without force. CIT reduces arrests, injuries, and unnecessary incarceration by directing individuals to treatment facilities instead of jail. Mental health courts and diversion programs. Specialized courts prioritize rehabilitation over punishment, offering treatment plans instead of prison time. Diversion programs, therapy, medication, and rehab lower recidivism rates and prevent future crimes. What can we do to call for this action and spread awareness towards bipolar disorder and save individuals, advocating for better mental health care in prison? Many inmates with bipolar disorder receive little to no treatment behind the bars. Push for better psychiatric care, medication access, and therapy in correctional facilities would be of major help. Reducing the stigma through education. Raising awareness about bipolar disorder impacts on behavior to prevent the misjudgment. Promoting public education at workplace, mental health policies, and anti-stigma campaigns. These things are the factors that could help people suffering from this disorder not to escalate to a level where they would commit crimes, or just recognizing it within them and seeking help easier. Hence, there is no social stigma coming in their way for accessing the treatment that they require, and the situation could not be escalated to legal issues. Understanding bipolar disorder helps reduce these stigmas and encourage compassion and better mental health care. If you or someone you know struggles with extreme mood swings, seeking professional help is the first step towards stability and well.